Hello and good evening and welcome to Myra's Crafting Playground. So tonight's episode is a little bit about my unboxing. I didn't make anything yet. I had a wonderful crafty weekend and it was great, but nothing that I can show off at this time. And so no, there's not a hat for that tonight. But I have a lot of great things to share with you, and I hope you'll stick around, and I'll try not to make this too long, so we're 30 seconds in. So I was on stage this year in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we saw a lot of great products, and I was influenced, I have to say, by some of the presentations. They were amazing, and so I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So I have some that I got at the convention down on the floor here that relates to some that's sitting here on my desk, and I have opened the box. I just haven't opened all of the packages, so we'll see how that goes. So I can share it with you. So I did share some of the colors with you, and so now my first item up is I got my new in color markers. And okay, who should have opened the packages first? Me. But because I had trouble with some of the colors last time when I was sharing with you some of the papers and things that I got. So I find this to be almost like a beautiful rainbow this year. This is just my take on it. Come on, red, orange, yellow, the blue, and this color, which depending how the light shines on it, could be a dark green, a gray, or a black. It's really quite an interesting color, and it is called Secret Sea, so I guess the true color of Secret Sea just might be a secret, but anyhow. So we are bringing back strawberry slush, so I don't know if you have any leftover paper, if you still have the old ink. It apparently is the same. I haven't done a comparison, but now that I have more paper and things to compare it with, I'll give it a try. This was the color that I forgot. Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger is an orange color. And then there's Darling Duckling. And this one is Cloud Cover, and it's sort of a blue-gray, and Secret Sea. So those are the in colors for 2025 through to 2027. And as I said, I find them to be some of the displays that were done truly. It may not look like it. Let's call it a modern rainbow. But anyhow, those are the colors. So one of the kits, and as I go down to the floor here to get it, one of the kits that I was able to get early, and I think, yeah, okay, I thought it was right at my fingertips here, but of course it's not, was the turtle set, which, darn it, okay, there are additional pieces that go with the turtle set. So these are some of the gems, and they're sort of hexagonal shaped gemstones, and they are just really, they're really quite cute. And if you're thinking turtle, this is like the little piece that you could put together and make yourself a little turtle shell. Which reminded me, I had some stamp. Oh dear, desk is a disaster from crafting. This is also another wonderful piece. This is the embossing folder that also relates to the Turtle Suite, and you can see how that would be appropriate. Somebody commented that it looked like, oh gosh, what's the word? In geography, where they do the heights. Forget it. I'm awful at that. Anyhow, so it might be a dual purpose if you're doing some mapping or something versus just playing with turtles. These are some embossing folders that are new in the catalog. So there's just the two. It's called Glass and Garden embossing folders. and there are two, and they sort of function as just an edging on your card. So there's the one that's beautiful roses, and this one, depending how you put it, it could either continue off the page or continue on the page, depending how you place it on your card. This set excited me very, very much. This is the Sunrise Sailing, and it's got a hybrid embossing folder in it. Actually, it's got an embossing folder with a die to cut out the embossed sailboat. So I'm trying to get through the packaging. So this is what the embossing folder looks like. And then in your dies, and I believe there are stencils as well. As I said, I really didn't. It's like I'm taking it out of the box. I just piled it and brought it up to my craft room, so I'm not being totally perfect here, but you get the idea. So there's some edging that looks like waves, and there is as well a lot of dies where you could cut out the embossed sailboat or make your own. So I find that to be a little bit on the masculine side, and it'll come in handy for Father's Day, but I have a sailor in the family, so that'll work for me, that's for sure. Okay, then let me see if I can put these in some sort of order. Oh my goodness, this paper, oh wait, see, and there is also a stamp set that goes along with the sailing package. I thought there were stencils, but I could be wrong. We might still find them, I'm not sure. Okay, then there was this stamp set that was demonstrated, and I thought, not for me, not for me. And oh my goodness, you know, when you see some of the beautiful projects that people put together, you're suddenly inspired, and the first thing you want to do is go out and get everything. So that was sort of what I did. So this set here, it's called Notes and Totes, and this is the stamp set that goes along with it. This does not look like a lot of anything, but there is pieces here to build a fence. This is meant, it builds like a purse at the beach, and you've got some beachy things. There's the handle, that's the purse scarf they called it. There's letters and picture frames and shells and a water bottle, and that's a different alternate strap for the purse that you build. And the purse can be almost built 3D, so you can stuff it. Just let me tell you, it doesn't look like much. I plan to work with this one. I want to see some beautiful finished products, and I'll share them with you, that's for sure. Then one of the things that we did, actually that's a lie, but there was a card that was demonstrated, and it was just a little note card, and they put a image, oh, one of my favorite images. Let's see if I have that here. Sorry. Of course it's the last one. It's always the last one, right? This one here. Oh my God. These beautiful, beautiful birds. Done in Caribbean colors, bright lemon lime twist, and daffodil, and lemon lolly, and just garden green or granny apple green, and calypso coral, like just the bright colors. Oh, I can't tell you. I was so inspired with this one. So it is just the stamp set, but you, and it's It is, how do they call it here? It is, so it's like this, but it's a dual-sided stamp set where you can get the mirror image of things because you use the back of the set to get the sort of flat image that it's describing here. So you can use both sides of the stamp. So that's a little bit different. Stampin' Up! Had that a while ago. I don't remember how popular it was, but anyway, I'm ready to try it, and I absolutely love these birds finished. I want to share some of those with you too. I think they'll be amazing. And so they sort of sampled some of those birds on a note card, and then they used this stamp set to frame the image. So whether it's happy, thanks, whatever it is, but with this squiggle line at the end, just sort of dragging it out as it went around the square, also inspired me to buy this set. I think this is a great way, you know, sometimes you'll do a page and you'll do sort of a dash dot dot, that kind of thing. This inspired me just, you know, that whole dash dot dot is this, and it's just a question of stamping it 4 times around to 4 times or more. I mean, if you have a happy birthday, you could have a bigger piece, right? And stamp them both, but I really, really like this set too. All right. What else have I got here? Okay, let me just pull this out because I saw the stamp set for this. And of course I had to get the matching dies because, you know, you have to get the matching dies. So my pile is slipping now because it's just sort of ill stacked, but whatever. All right, so fun things. What's cooking? Look at little Mr. Piggy here, and he's just cute. I am so proud of you because I am. What's shaking, bacon? There's a lot of bacon shaking on this gal. He's just cute. He's just cute. What can I say? And he does come with dies. And the other sort of thing that you can do, this wonderful circle die here, has the domes, so you can make them into a shaker card. So I purchased a pack of the dome covers, which could be used on any card really, if you have the right size circle to match. But this guy came with his, because he's got a tummy and there's going to be stuff shaking in that tummy. That's all I have to say. He's cute. All right. This here was another set that I was inspired by the different projects that were made at On Stage. And I might put some of the pictures in the comments just so you think I'm not just sort of talking it up here. So this is called Paper Tags, and it's just a great little tag die. There were lots of different projects with this one too. And this one here, can you see a dog bone in there? And that was used with, we have a stamp right now that's a full background of different dog faces, and that one was used there. There were a lot of things here. This one here was used with this embossing folder. It's a damask, damask embossing folder. And it just has some classic lines in it, and again, sometimes simple is better. So this is the folder itself. I don't know if you can see that, however you want to use that. Probably that way, I would think. And then this was used to highlight an image for a card that was made with that, or a note card, I can't remember. And this was done in black, and then some of these white words were sort of highlighted. you know, different things that you could highlight in there. They were really, 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 really cute tags. So you are very kind. Consider this a paper hug. It's wonderful to celebrate you. Happiness enclosed. What a great thing to put on your envelopes. So that was a couple more things that came. So those were the tags again. They are a pretty good size. Let me just do a quick measure of the big one. The big one is 4 inches tall, so that's this one here. So that's a good size tag. So those were the tags. Okay, if you hear timber, don't worry. No one was harmed in the making of this avalanche that's about to happen here. Okay, let's see if I can slide that. Okay, one of our new ribbons. Okay, you can't see that there. I have 2 spools. It is gold. And let me just take off. For other demonstrators, the catalog goes live online tomorrow, so everybody will be shopping. So the privilege of having gone to on stage, I took advantage of it, and it's now open to everybody, which is really exciting. And I'm hoping that maybe even with the soon we'll be able to order, I think that happens in early April, that, oh my goodness, this is giving me grief, that I'll be able to order more than what we were just allowed to pre-order, because not everything was available to us. So we did have a limit that we could pre-order only. There we go. I did it, yay! All right, now let's find the end. Let's find the end. All right, I'm being silly. There we go. Do you like that? It's sort of a little bit organza, a little bit foil. It's lovely, and it's not a heavy, even though it's thick, it's not a heavy ribbon, so easy to tie into bows and things. So this I just think is lovely, and I can see me using that now and on my Christmas ones, even though that'll be into the next catalog. Here's another embellishment. That's a little cutie. They're just, what are they called? They are called holographic resin dots. And they are holographic, that I can tell you. They're just pretty. What else have I got here? I think I showed you these already. These would have been part of what I brought back from on stage. And this is the flat pearls for 2025-2027. All right, I have a couple more sets here. Okay, so if you know me, I do like to sit and sip, be it on a cruise or on a Friday night, and so I had to indulge in a set called Sips and Cheers. So let me just open up the dies here. Here are the dies. A couple interesting drink glasses, so you can see that that's stamped solid, and you could certainly emboss that and make it into sort of a straw or pineapple type thing. And there's another glass, and ooh, rosemary, I see a Moscow Mule, and all this beautiful fruit and the ice, and here are the different dyes that go with it. So we've got a stir stick there. To you, to us, it's your day. Let's celebrate. Cheers. So not a lot of greeting, but the other interesting thing about this set is that it has a paper. Here it is, also on my desk under this pile, to match. And in some of these papers, these dies will work to cut the image out of the paper, so it's already pre-colored for you. Now let's see if I can open this up pretty quick. I told you, unboxing sorta. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we haven't taken it quite out of the pack. On the other side there's some spots that so looks like strawberry slush. There's some herbal things with a green stripe. Just some colored blocks, which if you use the smaller glass, you could probably just cut out colored glass if you wanted to and garnish it with whatever appropriate fruit would give you that color. There's some stars on the back of that, which might also be handy for Christmas. I'm enamored with Christmas, apparently. Alright, there's the page I was talking about. There's the one with all the glasses that you could probably cut out and use as they are. So whether you use the dies or whether you fussy cut them, depending if they have something sticking out, you would get a lovely drink. There's another one, all different fruit. We looked at the back there, that was sort of clover type things. This one is, it's obviously Secret Sea, and it almost looks like a crocodile skin. That's sort of interesting. Then we have just a beautiful floral page with some orange stripes, and that's the paper pack. Alright, so that's one paper pack. Then I think I showed you all the in colors, and so yes, I have the paper, and I did get a strawberry slush so I could compare it to some of the cardstock I still have from the strawberry slush era. So those are beautiful. And really, okay, wait a minute. Let's do this right. I honestly think it's a modern rainbow. I'm just going with it. You can agree or disagree. Maybe I should put a little survey on there, on my comments here, to see what you think. But, and I think it's the first three colors that really give it that sort of rainbowish color, but, and then it falls down to a dark end where you'd probably have your purple in a real rainbow. I still think it's rainbow-like. I'm sticking to it. That's it. Sorry, my big head in the screen there. Then I got this other little paper pack called Beautiful Gallery. And trust me when I say it is a beautiful gallery. It is the type of paper that if you made a card, you would use the paper sort of as your back. You just have to put a verse on it. Like it's just that beautiful. So I'm going to pull this out almost all the way. So I'm still hanging on to it, but I want to, you know, that's just plain. I'm sort of giving you the idea here. That's gorgeous. Like some of them are just sort of, that one is just sort of in a sepia. I don't know if you can tell. And there's things that you could, that one's beautiful too. I guess there are 4 of each, but yeah, and that, and let's see, there's some more at the back, different kind of, and then if you look the other way, oh my goodness, shame on me for doing this. There's some different kind of prints. Some of them are just sort of muted backgrounds, others are patterned. That one's just a muted background. Another pattern. That one would go with the damask folder, the embossing folder I showed you. That one is just trees. It's almost like a charcoal or pencil drawing. And so there's so much that you could do with this. This is really, really pretty. So I have 2 more things here. Oh, and this is the pretty florals. Don't think I had a stamp set with that, did I? I must have done, because how can you have a stamp set? Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? I love these because they cut and emboss at the same time. Saves a lot of work that if you're not inclined to stamp and cut them out. But here's just pre-embossed images. They're fabulous. Okay, I might have tangled up a stamp set in there. Not much room to work here. Okay, so two more things. Bear with me. We're at the 25-minute mark, and I'm sorry that this is taking so long. But the one thing with my turtles, so my Turtley Awesome turtle set, look at these guys. Aren't they just cute? I'm sorry. I love the turtles. They're just so playful. They made this banner, and they had all the Stampin' Up! Staffs. Look at that turtle shell. Choose which turtle they were based on the turtle, the stamp and the dies that were available, and they made this banner representing all the different personalities that people chose to recognize themselves as. And this is just a fun look. Even that's barbecuing. I mean, you could do Father's Day out of that, because Dad, you're totally awesome. I mean, you know, why not, right? Fortunately, my daddy's gone, but there's a birthday, and that has some orange on the back of it. And then these last sheets, okay, it's sort of birthday-like on the back, but they actually cut out, there we go, they cut out so that you can use them to make different panels with them. So whether you're doing a wedding card or, you know, beach day, oh, you could totally use that with the notes and totes that I was talking about. This, you can put a purse on there and some seashells and a greeting, done. So many things. Picnics and whatever. Anyway, so cute, so cute. I'm so excited that this came. I have some work cut out for me, don't I? You're going to want to see some stuff now, aren't you? I have to get excited here. I am planning a class on April 4th and 5th. If you're interested, please reach out to me. The times have sort of been set for 11 to 1 on the Saturday and 7 to 9 on the Friday. But of course, you know, I will accommodate most people. I really don't mind. I mean, if I'm set up to give a class, does it matter? And most classes are about 2 hours. So please come and join me. All right, this paper is called a Flower Garden Foils. And I've taken it out because it is foil and I don't want to wreck it. And I don't know if you can see that. See how embossed that is? And those are flowers. And this is the Cloud Cover Blue. It's like a steel sort of blue. It's beautiful. So there's one sheet of that. And then the next sheet is sort of plaid. I don't know. Is that plaid? Then we have the same thing with could that be strawberry slush? You know what? Let me check on the back of the packaging, because Stampin' Up! Has now included the colors. So we have Cloud Cover, which would have been the blue, Pretty in Pink, so this would be Pretty in Pink, and then the last one, so we'll have a look at Pretty in Pink. So with Pretty in Pink, we again have that flower embossed image on it, and again the plaid, Pretty in Pink, and then the last color is Strawberry Slush, and again the same thing. So we've got one that's flower embossed and one that is plaid. Wow. Okay, so that was my order. And now for the tall order, for me to put some things together to show you just how great these products are. So I hope you'll stay tuned, and I will try and get something posted up. And again, I invite you, if you want to join my class. It is an in-person class. So yeah, I never did master the virtual class things, unless we do sort of a mystery card where I tell you the measurements, you dig your stash, put some stuff together, and we'll craft together that way. That's something that I can do. Anyhow, thanks very much for joining me, just a minute out of your time. Appreciate it, and hope to see you soon. Happy crafting.